Hello, and welcome to the CDO Magazine interview series. I am Michael Fillios, founder and CEO of IT Ally, and we are partnering with CDO Magazine, MIT, CDO IQ, and the International Society of Chief Data Officers in a series of interviews. Today, I have the pleasure of speaking with Kelly Tedesco, Senior Director of Data Science from the Gorilla Glue Company. Welcome, Kelly.
Thank you very much. I'm excited to be here.
Excellent. Well, let's get started. Firstly, tell us about your background and how that has led you to your current position at Gorilla.
Sure, absolutely. I'll go chronologically and start with my education. I have an undergrad and graduate degrees in the related fields of decision sciences and quantitative analysis, both of which are just the application of statistics to operations and business. I started my career with Victoria's Secret, building statistical models to determine who received which catalogs. After about 4 years there, I moved to dunnhumby, USA, which is now 8451, the data science arm of Kroger. I spent over 13 years working with Kroger data and held various roles across my time. Much of my time was spent working with Kroger merchandising, answering business questions about Kroger customers, usually regarding loyalty, price and promotion response, and in-store behavior. I spent about 3 years building new capabilities around the Kroger pharmacy data, which was really exciting because it was a new industry for me and also allowed me to be creative with new types of analyses. I then moved to develop a measurement science center of excellence, which was a very deep dive for me in a statistical capability and also in developing software as a service. So those two roles, I enjoyed both of them very much. They were quite different, but they did share the development of something new. So something that would be used throughout the business for a time to come. And that's really what appealed to me about Gorilla Glue is that I'm coming in as the first data scientist and developing the function. So I'm looking forward to the opportunity of finding the value that we can get from the data and building something that will become more and more integral to the business.
Excellent. It's a very impressive background. Thank you for sharing that. And I guess following on to that, given the different industries that you've been in and just the different facets of technology, what led you to recognize the importance of data and choose to pursue this data science and analytics as a career?
Yeah, I was lucky, actually. I found it in college, which is a little bit unusual at my time. So decision sciences was not a typical degree, but that they had one at Miami University where I went to undergrad. And I liked math and numbers, and so I decided to give it a try. I also have a double major in finance, but I really enjoyed the statistical side and the analytical side, and just how applicable data science is to so many other business domains. Again, I was lucky. I fell into the right career path. I think data science is the most fun. The tasks are so varied, from problem solving to coding to visualizations, developing insights, and telling stories. So the other great thing about it is that the stories that we're telling, what we're delivering, can be so useful to the business. Data science doesn't necessarily tell people the answer, but it can provide a lot of evidence and support decisions. And really, it's difficult to argue with the data in most cases.
Sure. No, it's a very interesting way of thinking about it. And as you sort of transition from the academic side of things into the business world, tell us how you've seen analytics provide insight to solve a business problem or create an opportunity to add value to the business.
With measurement, being able to understand what would have happened and telling the story of, being able to provide the financial impact of, if we do this, this is what will happen, and this is what we can expect of customers, and what we would expect if we were to, say, make this change across the board. So that's very cut and dry, but it's not always that cut and dry. For example, a digital activation where an individual is the test unit. But sometimes those are more difficult to test. So, for example, in looking at a digital offer, it's difficult for a company to hold out that digital offer for some of the customers in a way to be able to test it more definitively. And it's not the technology that makes this difficult. It's hard for the business to adopt to that way of thinking about what we're doing online. But we still can learn a lot from looking at the data. So, for example, again, with digital offers, we can compare offers against each other and learn a lot of things, like how many people engaged in this offer versus that offer, or how did the spend change before, during, or after, and how does that compare to expectations for the items, like what we might have expected to see given seasonality and trends.
Understood. Yeah, those are good examples, and I can see that relevancy be very meaningful today in terms of making some of these options and choices and whatnot. Well, Kelly, thank you so much for your time today. For more information on CDO Magazine, please visit cdomagazine.tech, as well as to view additional interviews conducted. So once again, thanks so much for your time, and good luck the rest of the way at Gorilla.
Thank you. Have a good day.